It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Coming up, divisional round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the New York Jets. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Play action. May. They'll find Henderson out of the backfield here.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To the air. May. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches.
Crazy.
To throw, it's May. And this is going to be incomplete.
They are such a talented team at defending the perimeter and taking away throws to the outside. Great confidence, great skill.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. The open man here, Renfro. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Jets are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation.
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Jets will take over. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has really. They come up here now, 1st down. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's May. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 8 there on the play. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. From the gun on 3rd down is May. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and ripped off a pretty big play.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll throw with May. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. They're going to throw. May. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Jordan Addison, 26 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front.
And the ball is free. Taylor lost it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Trevion Henderson, 37 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. DeForest Buckner gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. DeForest Buckner able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Henderson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. 51 yards on the ground here for Harris. It's a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
36-yard line.
Throwing here is May. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
May going to give it to Henderson.
And down inside the 40 to about the 38.
58 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
May looking to run.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down at a 21-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
From the gun, it's May. He'll try and do this himself. Looking for the out route, and he's got it. It's complete to McCaffrey.
And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
They'll try and throw for it with May.
That is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Luke McCaffrey.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that will make this a 19-point game.
Raiders 2. Harrison.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 11.
That one complete to Trey Tucker.
And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Last week in that wild card win, only 1 catch, and now he's got his first catch here, and it's good for a first down. Play action. It's Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one complete once again to Higgins.
And he's taken down inside the 30. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Faking the give, Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting run backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. This pass complete to Higgins. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground with Henderson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point.
That's caught at the 25. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. And Xavier Worthy, 76 yards. And the Jets are able to add on to their first half lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin at the 35-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here, but with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I want to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there, but they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. Oh, he shifts past him. And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts? Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Oh, everything falling apart now
intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To the air, May. He'll swing this out to Henderson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the shotgun, it's May. That's complete, left side to Worthy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. To throw, it's May.
That is caught at the 7.
And the Jets are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. Butker's kick here is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round.
Keyshawn Nixon now on the return. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To throw is Darnold.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Able to find Higgins.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Las Vegas.
Yeah, Darnold's going to change the play.
They go play action here on first down.
And Darnold going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Jets are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. A carry by Henderson to start the drive. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
From the shotgun, May with it. He'll get this complete to Worthy.
A beautiful fake. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
They'll throw with May. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Michael Dana, his second sack of the night. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he...
Touchdown, Jets! Arian Smith from 21 yards away. And the Jets have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Extra point by Butker is on target. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. First throw now for the backup Wentz. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. This is intercepted.
Picked up by Andre Cisco.
And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Here's May. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing here is May. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Jordan Addison,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Jets have taken a 6-touchdown lead. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
One advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Here we go.
They'll try to run to the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield, and spilling everything.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Looking to throw. May.
Now he's going to step up and run. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
He'll get that to his tight end, Theo Johnson.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And to find the open man. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
21 yards. And the Jets, 1st down.
They'll look to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown! Theo Johnson from 4 yards out. And the Jets are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Now Wentz.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Go.
To throw, it's Wentz.
And he'll spot Higgins open left side. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Raider 1st down.
Now Wentz again.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
That's another Las Vegas 1st down. It's a gain of 10.
On play action, it's Wentz. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Back man. Wait a second.
They'll fake the give to Taylor. Now Wentz. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll just get rid of it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. DeForest Buckner in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. To throw is Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people and their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time.
Here's the Jets punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. It's taken to the 26. 31 yards on the punt there. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Ball on the 39. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Back man. Sunday.
Wentz going to give this to Taylor.
Oh, good move. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Wentz. The open man here, Renfro. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 25-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Raiders 1st down.
They fake the give. Now Wentz.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they've been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz, gotta have this one. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. That impressive performance just became a little bit more impressive. Here's they add yet another score to the ledger late in the fourth quarter.
And not much has stopped them at any point in this game, partner. This is just an old-fashioned blowout right here. They probably could put the brakes on themselves, but they elected not to and played this one